What it do, what it does, what it be like. It's your boy Black Earl, aka Dr. H.A.A.S, and this is the Doctor's Orders Podcast, brought to you by H.A.A.S Entertainment and Enterprises in collaboration with Vision Sport Management. Man, look, I know I probably just dropped the episode a few days ago. I might wait. So it's probably gonna be a week. We're gonna I'm in here with a real close friend of mine. Really, I don't even like saying friend. He's more like a brother to me. I done known the man 20 plus. Some call him dad, some call him Cash Banks, Cash Flow. Everybody else knows him as Skylar Deaton, aka Savage. What it do with it, brother?
Man, it is what it is, baby. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing to it. We're just gonna make sure we do it.
Absolutely, man. First off and foremost, congratulations on all your recent endeavors and successes, bro. Just me knowing your backstory, I know we've all been going through a lot of turmoil pre and post pandemic. Let's just say it like that.
Yeah.
And see you come out of the other side of the tunnel and see the light and just be out here giving folks so much game. See, that's what this is all about. That's why I even put this platform together to get folks like yourself to come through and drop that real great energy, shed light on some stuff that people aren't paying attention to. And for all my listeners out there that don't understand the power of spoken word and motivation, this man to me feel like he has mastered that, man. Give him a little backstory, man. Tell him what you're doing and where you come from and why you got some of this going on, and then we'll elaborate on what this actually is, because I know I'm being kind of encoded. But yeah, man, speak to us a little bit.
Man, look, I mean, you know my story. For those that don't know my story, I'm the little white guy that grew up in the hood, always up to no good. You feel me? But I come from a rough background. Never knew my daddy. He left before I was even born. You know what I'm saying? My mama struggled. She tried to work 2 jobs, hustling for, me and my little sister, trying to do everything, just to make it happen and make it possible. And watching her was one of the biggest influences in my life, to see somebody that's really had that drive and that hustle and that just kept pushing herself no matter what. Now, I can't lie, like, as a child, I was already, fucked up in the head, because I'm thinking, like, I ain't got a dad. My mama stayed busy. I ain't got nobody to really give me no attention or that love that I want. So the streets gave me that love. It was dope fiends and dope dealers. And I mean, they took me in and took me under their wing. And I mean, I stood out, but at the same time, I stood right in. And it felt good because, I got that love from basically big brothers, you know what I'm saying? Uncles, you know what I'm saying? All my homeboys' mamas, they feed me. It was always me getting taken care of. Matter of fact, one of my homeboys, grandma and grandpa, they took me in. I'm the only white boy in every family picture for every single holiday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Swallows, you know what I'm saying? Much love to all of y'all. And I mean,
just thinking about Chris there, man, them Tiffany Arms days, man. Shout out Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And not to even cut you off, but that's absolutely why we love you so much, because you stand out. But as you spoke so well, you stand in, bro. You stand in and you stand tall, and you always been down for each and every one of us, just as we have been for you. And once again, I just appreciate you jumping on, man. Jumping on this platform tonight.
I appreciate you, bro. It's nothing but respect and it's nothing but love.
Absolutely, dog. And so yeah, we gonna stick close to what that was that you were speaking on. This upbringing, this us being from a small area where it's hard to get a buck, man. Everything looks it's so depressing. Everything's so depressing.
Man. It's like that black cloud just stays over us, and you just feel it. Like, it drains the energy, drains the life out of you. All your ambitions and motivations just get killed over, because as soon as you want to do something, everybody asking you why you want to do that, and they just want to sit around being comfortable doing nothing. I couldn't do that, bro.
That's the facts. It's the negativity, though. It's that crab in the bucket negativity that really hurt my feelings the most. So that brings me to ask you, man, why the motivational kick, man? Why such the positive energy all of a sudden, when everything around you is so toe up?
I ain't gonna say it's all of a sudden, but be honest, I mean, I always ran my mouth. I was always good at talking, and I was always good at just coming off the top of my head. Even when it was freestyling, I love that. Like, but the motivation is because I didn't have nobody motivating me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody when I was a kid trying to give me the game and trying to give me advice. So I realized and understood, like, if you got knowledge, you share that knowledge. You help people with your knowledge. You push it out there to make sure you can do something to reach somebody, to make them realize, like, you got the potential, you got it in you. All you got to do is push yourself. So, I mean, I had people always telling me, like, man, you need to be a youth counselor. You need to be a motivational speaker. I'm like, man, y'all tripping. I'm a rapper. This is what I do. And I wanted to be a rapper. Opening up for Boosie was one of the biggest eye-opening experiences I ever had. And
in life.
the thing is about that, it's like, of course, I'm the only white boy again. I was nervous as hell, but when I got on that stage, you know what I'm saying, the butterflies just turned to just straight pure adrenaline. And they had like 500-600 people out there, and they got people at the front just shaking their dreads. They got fine little things, you know what I'm saying, dime pieces, just out there and just looking at me, just what you gonna do, white boy? And then as soon as that beat dropped, I started just getting it.
Feeling it.
Like, I killed my little session, and like I got off stage and I was completely humble. I got my book sack on. I just walked out and I went walk outside because I was so excited. I was so like overwhelmed with adrenaline and just
that energy.
Brother, there's so much energy. And everybody saying, "Oh, you did that little Eminem, you did that Slim Shady." I said, "No, man, I'm cash flow. I'm cash flow." But the next day, a couple people, yes sir, aka Scoping. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to J.E. But they had a couple people ask me the next day. They're like, "So what did you feel like?" I said, "Man, I feel like I just wanted more." They said, "Well, what you mean?" I said, "It was a small crowd." I said, "But I want stadiums. I want to be able to perform in front of a lot of people." And they're like, "Man, out of everybody, like your set was the best one of the night. Boosie's wasn't even as good as yours. You brought so much energy." I'm like, "Man, I appreciate that." But at the same time, I was being humble and I was just trying to soak it in because I just want to be like, "Oh man, y'all tripping. No, stop. Say it again, though. Let me hear it again.
Let me hear it though.
You gotta be humble." So I mean, that right there stuck in my head, and it's like, man, I can really do this. You know what I'm saying? This is my life. This is what God put me here for. And I just, man, like everything, bro, I held myself back again. I just let it slip right between my hands and straight through my fingers. And so fast forward, you know what I'm saying? I became a father. I got 4 little children that I love passionately and so deeply, and they give me every bit of motivation in my own life. They are the spark that gives that fire to me. So, for them to provide me with that, I owe them everything. I owe them that lifestyle that I always dreamed about having whenever I was their age. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for me to provide them that lifestyle because they deserve it. Because they give me everything that I couldn't even imagine. And I appreciate it more than they could even understand. So now it's like, hard times came about. Me and the ex split up. I ended up having to move an hour and a half away and ended up moving in with my cousin. And that was rough because I ain't never in my life imagined becoming a father and having to be separated away from my children.
From the kids.
Man, them video calls, they nice to smile at and everything, but as soon as you press in, man, I'm broke down, bro. I'm broken like a shadow.
All alone,
all alone, bro. And it fucked with me hard. So all that did was push me even more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I might have fell off, but fuck that. I'm gonna make a way to go back. And I got back with my right mind state, and I got on with UPS, started stacking a little bread. And I finally found me a little rent house out there, and it was like 10 minutes away from, where they was living.
Kids,
So I hurried up, rushed out there. I was cool, everything was good, but it was a little paycheck to paycheck whenever I was working over there at Lowe's. And another thing is like, I love people judging me. I love people judging that outside appearance, you know what I'm saying? Because they had nothing but the old people that would come in, and I was in the paint department. I'm right there as soon as you walk in the door. So I'm the first thing they see, and they see platinum teeth and a little guy full of tattoos and shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're like, they're kind of hesitant to even think about
coming. Speak around and ask for anything from me.
When they come up to me, I let them talk for a second and listen to them, and then I just hit them with the most like sweetest conversation that they could ever imagine. Just really give them that pure Southern hospitality. And I win them over all the time. I had old people that would come in there not to even shop, just to come talk to me, just because they wanted to come see me because I gave them like a grandchild feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I was their grandson. I had one old lady knit a big blanket with a little angel and stuff, and she came and brought that to me with a prayer card, man. Like that touched me. Man. And I really enjoy being with them people. I love like just making people, feel good about themselves. And I had to get another job because they were taking advantage of me. They was beating me down, wanting me to work 5 different departments all day while stocking and doing all the stuff that the overnight crew was supposed to do. But I was handling it. Cool. But from then I ended up going to Sherwin-Williams. I loved it over there. It was good. I kept seeing all these people riding around in these big lifted trucks. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I'm getting mine. And sure enough, I got mine. But once I got mine, I had to figure out now, how am I afford to get this thing lifted? Like, what do I need to do to get this thing the way I want it to look like and get it right? So I'm like, man, I don't know nobody out here. I was really solo out there. I ain't know nobody. I mean, I knew Joseph, my brother-in-law, but I couldn't really be
Right.
around him because if I did, it caused hostility between me and the ex because I'm around her family, but I grew up with the people. So like we shouldn't even have that tension.
Shouldn't even be no friction, right?
So I stayed to myself, bro. But I started thinking, I'm like, if I'm gonna get this truck done, I need to find some mechanics out here. I need to find some people that know how to put in that work, and I can get this on that discount, because I'm not gonna pay full price if I know I can get it for the low. So I started looking around on Facebook. They had a little place out there that was a mechanic shop. I sent them an email, and then I started scrolling. And they had a place right there in Moss Bluff where I was working at Sherwin-Williams, right down the road, and they were looking for a sales manager. Man, I made this beautiful email and told him how I'm here to do whatever we can to make this turn into a franchise. And he hired me on the spot. And I ended up getting my truck lifted with tires and rims for only $800. Free labor, everything. You know what I'm saying? That was easily
less than a rack. He made his dreams come true for less than a rack.
It's all about manifestation, baby. It's all about putting it on your mind and bringing it to life. And that's what I try to teach people, man. Like, one of the biggest things that holds us back is allowing that little voice in our head to keep telling us that we can't, or we won't, or we got a problem, or we're not going to be able to do it. Like, our brain is the motherboard of our body. Our body's the computer. We just got to learn how to reprogram that motherboard, and get it right. You know what I'm saying? Control that thing.
Unlearn and relearn. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Unlearn and relearn. Straight up.
Man, like the biggest thing is like I kept telling myself, like, man, I'm not gonna let my kids see me fall. I'm not gonna let my kids see me depressed or and all this. I got to figure out something. So I went on a big, deep soul searching journey this past year because I ended up getting fired from that little mechanic job. And I wasn't tripping, but it just fell on hard times. Right there during August, my daughter's birthday in August, school in August, and I ain't had no money for my rent, food, or nothing. But I had my little credit card that I was building my credit up with. I was at a 745. Man, it was nice. I was about to, go buy me a house or whatever, get my little FHA. And I ended up swiping that card to get their shoes and their book sacks, and that bitch went to negatives. And I ain't had no job. My rent was already $1,000 a month. So I'm like, man, I gotta do whatever I gotta do. And I took that loss. I took that loss. It's all good, but it put me into a dark, dark place, and I didn't want to be in that type of depression. But I mean, it was too strong, and I couldn't deny it. So I mean, I had to kind of ride the storm. But through it, I started researching on like how these people really get themselves out of these situations. Like, what is it that they do to bring themselves out and just come up even better than ever before? So I knew I had to do the same thing. And man, look, bro, it worked. It really worked. I got into meditation. Like, meditation is one of the easiest ways to reprogram your brain because you learn how to control those thoughts. You learn how to really, really control those thoughts. And once you control your own thoughts, you control your own destiny. We live what we believe and what we speak on. We just got to make sure we do it right. I'm not sick. I'm not hurting. I'm not like, I tell everybody all the time, I don't even get sick because my immune system too strong. I truly believe that in my mind, and I ain't been sick in 4 years, 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But it's really all about your mindset. And I mean,
man, I got it. That's the truth, man. Because with me, it's intrusive thoughts. It's everything be going good, and I got a good game plan. And as long as I do the things that you're saying, like I'll sit back, I'll meditate a little bit. I'll make sure to just stick to the game plan. Don't get too high, don't get too low, and as everything is going the way it's supposed to, in comes an intrusive thought. Then man, through everything, bro. So you got to sit back, you got to pray, you got to meditate, you got to do a lot in solitude too. So I know that's also an issue there. But man, I ain't even want to cut you off, man. Go ahead. No,
it's good. It's good. This is us. This ain't nothing. Man. We got a camera on right now. This still regular.
That's why I want my listeners to understand. Like, this is not a normal podcast. I know y'all. I usually interview, but like me and Skylar catching up. Real talk.
Oh yeah,
we're some of the most like-minded individuals. Like I said to begin with, this man is literally more like a brother. I hate to even call people close to me
it's
like
family,
that, friends, because we really are family. A lot of the first things I've done in life was with this man, bro. We spoke on music, man. Some gold plaque artist done music with us. I laughed when that man came up with the idea because I didn't even believe, and he speak what he spoke and what he saw. I ain't even see it at the moment. Until it was right there in my face. Till I was like, oh, okay.
Nobody did. But I knew I got clear vision. And whenever I get that vision, it's tunnel vision. Within an hour, like I said, man, I left from Gregory house after we made that beat, and I got home and I started hitting them up. And sure enough, within an hour, he hit me up, gave me his number, and said, "Call me." Shout out to Young Bleed.
Shout out to Young Bleed. How you do that there?
Yeah.
Man, I'll never forget the the whole recording session going out there. To kind of backtrack, I know my listeners may not even know, because a lot of the people that's listening to this podcast didn't know that I had any type of rap going on. They didn't know nothing,
Man,
because all they knew was Pizza Man. All they knew was Pizza Man, Mailman. Once I come with a couple videos around the pandemic, that's when they kind of brought it back. And but before that, man, a lot of folk that know me today didn't know me then. Man, we had a song. Shout out to Greg C, of course, who's also supposed to be on the pod. That's another brother of mine. He made all the beats. So pretty much anything you heard from 2003 on up, most likely, because I know it was a little time where shit you ain't heard nothing else from, at least on the Black Earl end of the music. I know Skylar made a lot of his own beats and got a lot from Greg too. But long story short, man, had a song. It had it had like a NO/BR movement. It was very unique, very real. Came up with a song and he just heard. He heard who that. Sort of like what Young Bleed had going on his original song that got him the gold plaque. Saints, of course, was wrecking shop in the NFL. So anybody who knows about the Saints know who that phrase plays a major role in how we view them.
Straight Louisiana stuff, baby.
Straight Louisiana shit. And it was just it was a nice little crossroad for me, because I wasn't doing nothing. I mean, listen, I wasn't doing shit. I was really just going to school. I'm smoking and drinking, and I'm rapping. I'm fresh out of a group with my first homeboys from across the bridge. Shout out to QTP. None of us was doing nothing, so I just wanted to make music. And these fellas was making music. We all linked up and made music, and we made some nice major moves that I had never made on my own. Shit, that feature was one for sure. We done World Star with another completely separate situation, like things I'd have never even dreamed of.
We shot that whole video off of iPhone and ended up
iPhone.
We was trending on World Star for 3 or 4 days at the top. Like we was
I could not believe that shit, man. I could not believe that shit. What was funny is the trend was kind of 50-50, because people who was kind of listening to the song was like, "Oh, them boys dope," but then people that was just trying to tease the quality of the video, they was like, "Here's what you don't. Here's how not to shoot a video." It was just funny because it was like it didn't matter what you said. The views were still going up.
But see, the thing is, and I mean, I'm gonna drop that little key right here that nobody really knew about.
Yeah,
I knew the owner of World Star. Like I straight up knew the owner of World Star, so I reached out to him. And I'm like, "Look, man, I need you to do something for me." And he's like, "All right, go ahead and just send me the video. I got you." And man, we was at like 1 million views or something like that off that song. We was up there. I kept watching it every day.
It jumped from 100,000 to 250,000. Y'all heard that right? 250,000 in like 24 to 36 hours. I could not understand it. Of course, niggas wasn't getting paid or nothing for it. I mean,
but it was just an exposure.
That exposure was great, just to have people like, "Bro, I didn't even know you rap." They come and order pizza and breadsticks, and they like, "Bro, I didn't even know you rap." And it's like, "Who's that white guy? Where he from, Houston or something?" I'm like, "Man, that's Skylar. Like, he been around here forever. Where y'all been?" But it's bro. Just to stand on everything that you saying about how it takes belief, and just the simple fact of having the motivation around you, having your kids to make you feel like, "Hey, man, I'm not gonna let y'all go out sour. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure y'all have the things that y'all deserve, and y'all have a few of the things that I didn't have," and so on and so forth. Especially with the father situation. Mine passed at a very young age. I was 6 weeks old when my daddy passed away. I'm my only child, so it's just been me and my mama. Shout out to my mama, Lucy Deborah Nelson. Y'all know who she is. Man, explain to him, bro, how you finally figured out how to funnel it into this Savage Motivation brand, if you will. I want to hear about the brand.
So I was in some other Facebook groups, and I made like this alias that I was trying to, just keep myself hidden, just kind of camouflage in the groups and stuff to where nobody really knew my true identity. And I came up with a name called Grudge Savage. And previously I had another name that was something similar, because for some reason, bro, I remember the old WWE and WCW from a kid. And like I remember how them boys were so coked out and so hyped
Man,
up with steroids and stuff.
boys,
And they just, they were so
man.
live,
The
like
80s and the 90s, yeah.
man. And then like Randy Savage was like
Macho Man.
he was just himself. Like he set himself across from everybody else and just stood out. And just like, oh yeah, and today we're going, so man, I just gravitated towards that energy. And I'm like, with everything I done known and everything I done did, man, like the knowledge I got, I'm like, boom, savage knowledge, and then like it just intertwined together so perfectly and so beautifully. And one of the things about it is like I said, everybody always said I should have been a motivational speaker or a youth counselor or something. I ain't know how to do it, where to start, what was needed, what was all included in the program, so I just knew like one way or another, I'm going to do this. And man, basically, I just want to reach people and teach people. I want to be able to inspire people and give people hope and really kind of make people understand like you control your own destiny as long as you control your own thoughts. We live miserably because we choose to live miserably. We live happily because that's the way we want to be. It even goes down to where like if somebody says, how you doing? Oh, I'm straight. I'm good. Nah, man, I'm fantastic. I'm superb. I go to the dollar store. They're like, how you doing today? Man, I'm fantastic. Like straight up. Like I'm stupendous. I do all kinds of random words just to make people, it catches them off guard and it makes them feel good though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time,
pass that energy off.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about, bro. So fast forward to where it's at now. It's like I'm branding this, well, I'm on the camera wrong, but yeah, so it's in your chest. And you got to be the brand, you got to wear the brand, you got to live the brand. And like I said, man, we've held ourselves back, and we owe it to ourselves to really truly step it up and push harder than we ever did before, because we always had it. We always had the talent. We always had the ability. We always had the mind. We always had everything, all the tools we had in our hands. We just kept holding ourselves back because we allowed that brain, that little conscience, that little voice to really just tell us that, nah, man, you got to do something else. You ain't going to be able to do it. You need to go do this. You should be doing this. Nah.
Or it's too late to do that. Or why are you waiting so long to do this? Right.
That, man. But
I ain't going to lie. Now or never to be 100. But yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is, bro. And we really just have to all understand that we truly do control our own destinies. We control our own future. We control every aspect of our lives as long as we control our thoughts. Whether it be negative, whether it be positive, it don't matter what direction you want to take it in. But if you allow it to take you into a dirty, negative direction, then that's the way you're just going to live it. But if you choose otherwise, you're going to prosper and you're going to live in abundance. You're going to feel that good life. You're going to feel it.
Man, it gave me chills just talking about it, because it's like I spoke on earlier about them intrusive thoughts. They don't come when you already rock bottomed out. They come when you on the come up. When you start looking around and you think you good. Yeah, because so what you're saying is magical.
It's always that thing. It's always, this is too good to be true, or something got to go wrong, or something's gone wrong. But that's because, like you said, them intrusive thoughts, they just penetrate your brain. That's the devil working his way. He's the master of manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get in your head and try to manipulate you by thinking something going to get wrong, or something going to be bad, or something ain't right because it's too good. But that's the whole time where you really got to realize that, catch that thought, chunk that thing out the window and be like, man, no, I'm good. I'm riding. God got me. I ain't tripping.
And I know what I came here for. That's another thing I be having to tell myself all the time. I know what I came here for. I know what I planned out to do. I know, man, God rest his soul, man. Black Mamba, Kobe was, they was like, why you ain't excited? You ain't celebrating. You ain't clapping it up. And he was like, job's not finished.
No,
job's not done. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win the series. They won a game. So we out here winning a quarter, and we celebrating, we popping bottles, man. The job not done. You got to keep on pushing. So yeah, man. Boy,
once you reach that one little point, you just got to understand, like, okay, I'm here. Now I'm still trying to get there, and you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep that same hunger. You can't just feel comfortable. See, and that's one of the biggest things that people fall off on, is they fall into these comfort zones, and they feel like, okay, I'm making money. I got a decent job. I got a decent house. My car, right? But yet you're paying too much for your rent. You're paying a car note that you shouldn't be paying for, with insurance on top of it. You got all these extra bills that you don't really need necessarily, but you're trying to look good because you want to fit in and you want to fall in that place.
You don't even like, yeah.
But you're in a comfort zone. You feel like, all right, this is all I'm gonna be able to have. This is all that I'm gonna be able to ever get. Nah, man, never settle. Never settle at all. You always got to strive for more and strive for better, because you deserve it. But you got to let yourself know that. You really got to believe and truly understand to your own self, because you owe yourself. You deserve it. You know how it is, Earl. Like, come on, let me ask you this. A lot of people probably feel this, and they probably really never understood it. But your whole life, didn't you know that you was destined for something more? Didn't you know inside your soul?
Every day, and maybe not even something more. I just knew that my current situation was not my finishing point. Yeah. And it didn't matter what situation I was in. It didn't matter if it was a school situation or a job, a career type thing, or even more so with the music, really. It's just like, all right, look, I know I ain't just come this far for, God to leave us, for all our energy to be wasted and depleted. Like, even to this day, like, I'm enjoying doing this podcast, even though I would do it for if two people listen, I'm happy, I'm cool. But it's like,
just a stepping stone.
It's just a stepping stone to so many other things. Like I explained to you, pre-recording so many different projects, books, short films, you name it. Almost everything but music now. And to think that my whole life kind of revolved around, I want to do this music ever since I was at least 10 or 11. Here I am at 36, and that's probably the last thing I think about every day. And it's a strange place, but I don't think that I don't love it no more. I don't think it's that. I think
what it is though, what I want to think, and the way I try to, put it in my mind is that it was basically in a way, the journey. You know what I'm saying? It was the journey to get us to this point. It was what taught us everything because we were so passionate about it. We loved every bit of it, and we figured out how to hustle in it. We figured out how to network, how to really grind that shit out. And it's like that was what one of our teachers was. It was a class that we loved.
Yeah, it was school. It was school.
Yeah,
you ain't never lying, bro.
This wasn't college. You know what I'm saying? It was high school, and it got us to where we are. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it showed us that there's so much more. We got to keep leveling up. There ain't no selling points, my boy. No.
All facts, man. I remember when this little fella was on a napkin, man.
Yeah,
it's something similar. I hollered at your boy, man, aka Lil Doobie, man. Sensei, what it do with you, baby? He the one put that logo together for me, man. So y'all check him out. But yeah, bro. I'm happy you got a chance to jump on here with me. We got some work to do. We got some work to do. And I know you say you don't want to be no motivational speaker, no motivational
No. That's where I'm at right now. That's there you go. That's my focus, determination, and that's my mission. I just did out of nowhere. And like I told you earlier before we even started recording, everything just started falling into place. I talked to a couple of my homeboys before. Look, see, that's another thing. I realized that there's no procrastination. There's no slacking. And one of the biggest problems I had was procrastination.
Yeah,
I made sure to do whatever I had to do the research, and I understood that every successful person in life, every millionaire, everybody that's really done something with their life has a daily routine that they stick to consistently every single day. So on the every hour, I got a different list of things that I need to do every single day. But
that's dope.
Back to what I was saying, I kind of got off track on that. But like with the motivational speaking, like I started getting into these other groups and stuff and started following these other people, and out of nowhere, this little ad pops up. A free 3-day course on how to be a six-figure motivational speaker with E.T. Eric Thomas. I'm like, man, stop.
Hey, man, I went listen to you, boy, man. I went listen to it was like a 2-hour seminar one Sunday on the motivational speaking, and I took notes, and I have the notes sitting right there under my desk. It's something that I want to get into eventually, but I just want to very much so convince you to. I would like to see you do a podcast. I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
The podcast is in the works later on, but I gotta establish myself. I got a whole bunch of groundwork I gotta do first to get to that point. You gotta build that following and everything to really get these people to want to pay attention to you in that really different aspect to really get that money. Look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan got everybody on him, and I mean that boy banked up off that stuff.
But they knew him before all of that. Exactly. You know what I mean? They knew who he was. Yeah.
That's why I'm proud of you doing what you're doing right now, because man, this is all teaching you everything you need to know. So once you get to that next level, it's gonna be easy. It's just gonna be simple, bro. It's gonna flow so smoothly that you ain't even gonna have to stress or trip on nothing. You're just gonna have to make sure your camera right, your microphone right, and your water tastes good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's meanwhile, running out of ice up here. I'm about to put the ice box back up here, man. The way I got this new lab set up, everybody downstairs. This is basically the attic. It's still a room, but it's an attic.
Hey, it worked.
And it's hot as fish grease up here. Shout out to my postal partner Dylan Prince. We had an episode a couple weeks ago, bro. I cut the air conditioning off because I thought the mic was gonna pick it up, and I was just dripping sweat up here. So I say all that to say I have a few kinks to work out in all of my operations, from the podcast to the music. I got shirts coming out. Shout out to Jonathan Belton. We about to be pressing merch off the Vision Sport Management situation. So many things about to have my hands in. Definitely want you included in almost all of them, because I know there's so many things that you got going on yourself. Man, I need the social tags, man. Drop where they can find all your stuff.
All right, so I just got verified on Facebook. I got my little blue check. So if you go to facebook.com/Deaton, Deaton, period, Skylar, Skylar. That's just my official page. I've had that page forever, but I just got verified. So that's, come holler at me on that one. Other than that, my other page is facebook.com/savage_knowledge. Instagram is savage_knowledge_. I'm working on that right now, because I got in touch with whatchamacallit, with Instagram, because the Savage Knowledge tag that I want it belongs to some woman who posted up one picture in 2018. So in order to do that, they got to see that I have intellectual property value, and I had to file the trademark for Savage Knowledge. I did all that. Then they hit me this morning in my inbox talking about I owe them another $349 for federal taxes. So it's all good though. It's all good. I just know what I got to do to get what I need and to move forward with this process. YouTube at Savage Knowledge. I ain't really working on my YouTube too much right now. I'm mainly just focused on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Matter of fact, let me make sure I give you the right TikTok on that one, because
and I'm gonna go back and fact check you before I throw the captions in here. They know how I do it.
TikTok at Savage_knowledge. And I mean, that's it. You can Google me. I mean, go www.savageknowledge.com and you can find all my links. You can even find my merchandise. You can find whatever, but it's all linked up and it's all good.
I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, man. See how this man got all his ducks in a row? Everybody know I'm throwing a bunch of shit against the wall to make it stick. But if I have it more laid out and like this man got it, maybe we gonna work it out. Y'all already know what time it is.
And I got you. You already know I got you.
So Mo, you need stay on the line after I end this recording, because I got a few more questions. I got to pick your brain out offline right quick. But I need to make sure they know where to catch all this at. Facebook for sure. You already know the Earl Nelson page or the Black Earl Dr. H.A.A.S page. I'll go check that out. Either which one. Instagram and TikTok is still at Black Earl H.A.A.S. That's BLACKEARL_HAAS. YouTube, same as always, Black Earl H.A.A.S Entertainment. I believe it may be Black Earl Dr. H.A.A.S. I need to fact check that. But y'all, if y'all watch it on a regular basis, y'all already know. Same place you catch all the music videos. Man, that's pretty much it. Please stay tuned. Y'all go follow Skylar and all of his endeavors, man. I'm very proud of you, bro. For real. Like we've been in some bad places over the years, and I just love to see how far you've come, for sure. And it's motivational to me, man. It's showing me that, man, I ain't got too far to go before I get my head above water, man.
Man, we already there. We're already millionaires.
We really are, man. We just gotta wait for the actual physical. Come on in.
You're gonna have your listeners and stuff listening to us like, man, what they talking about? They millionaires. I'm telling you, straight up, watch. Just watch. Pay attention. Just watch how we maneuver. And I'm gonna show you how it's done, because I'm teaching everybody and trying to explain to everybody you can do it too. You just gotta believe. You gotta believe. That's all it is. There's 1% of people in this world that become successful. 1% out of 100%. The other 99 just slept on themselves and gave up on all their dreams. But that 1% did not give up and did not let anybody tell them or knock them off their focus to really knock them to where they thought that I can't do it. They knew no matter what, I'm gonna do it. And ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing else. And they did it. And that's why there's only 1% of people in this world that's successful. And that's
why that's big bro, man. That's why that's big bro. Y'all be part of the 1%, not the 99, man.
Yeah.
Y'all already know, bro. Man, until next time, bro. Y'all keep it 101.
Yes, sir.